Hi guys. I I decided to make this video for a following for a person who has passed away. This video is for Maddie Yates. She passed away earlier this year in April 2014. Well, yeah, this year, 2014. And she passed away in April due to suicide. First, I'd like to say that lately this has been like an ongoing trend with a lot of people have committing suicide these days. And it's very sad and unfortunate that they're not getting the help that they need. Going to get some medication or something like that is like it used to be simple, but some people are just afraid to go to therapy and talk to somebody about their problems, or they don't have a support system to have anyone to listen to their problems. So that's the really unfortunate part. If you are thinking about contemplating, suicide, I would urge you to seek some help, to find someone, at least one person, who can hear you out. You might be going through something that you might think is a little bit more, just out there, just very something that you feel like no one can understand, and that's not true. There is another person who can understand, but they don't know until you say something about it. You can't just keep continuing to suffer in silence. So I would urge you to do that. Again, this video is due to some recent events, like the passing of Robin Williams was very sad indeed. I mean, he was he was a part of my childhood, and they said that he also committed suicide, and I feel just awful about that. Just Robin Williams. You never really would suspect that Robin Williams would commit suicide. He's always been like a really comedic person who's always had this like really great smile, and always just like upbeat and everything. Just but you never know. I mean, just we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Just like with Maddie Yates. I saw some of her videos when I found out the news about her passing, which was just like a month ago. I'm like 5 months late, but still better late than never, right? And so like I saw her videos, and I was just just in utter shock, because I'm like, this girl is the 16-year-old at that. She's really young. She's a junior, and to be so happy looking, but yet to turn out to just to have so many problems going on the inside, it's just that just brings light into normal people these days. Like a lot of people are just walking around having some problems, but they cannot express themselves because they're afraid of societal judgment, and or that no one really cares. We've become so absorbed within our own problems that we forget about other people who are also going through something very hard, and that they need some help, and they need someone to listen to them as well. So for her, I'm not sure if she had a support group. Maybe her family, I'm sure they were there for her. They tried to give her medication for the doctor or something like that, but I think that maybe she just needed a little bit more than what they were able to provide for her. So I'm not sure about her whole backstory or anything. I'm just going off of what I read from things online, and just something about her story resonates with me, because I myself have had some problems in the past, and I still do occasionally. Some days feel like I've had enough. I'm just just wanted to go, and just tired of battling daily life. But just with her, she's young. She was a junior. She hasn't even gotten out of high school yet, so it's just wasn't even a senior. Almost was there, and so that's the sad part about it. Anyway, so I decided to go ahead, instead of being all scatterbrained, I decided to go ahead and write something to to express how I really felt about this whole story. Um, so here it goes. I'm gonna read it, and I guess hopefully it goes well. Okay, so I'll start from the beginning now. Just saying. Feels kind of weird to be writing a eulogy / letter for someone, especially who I really don't know. It's also pretty late considering this person passed away a few months ago. But I just stumbled across the story recently, so felt like I had to do something. Alright, here goes. This was written in honor of Maddie Yates, a 16-year-old girl who took her own life back in April of this year. I'm sure at the time it was big news, but now everything has simmered down, as with any news of death these days. Maybe garners attention for a week or two, and then people move on, but I digress. Anyway, I like to say my piece about her. I didn't know you personally, but I watched your videos you posted on YouTube, your YouTube channel, and by judging on first impression, you seem like a very positive, caring, and upbeat person. Then again, looks can be deceiving. It was later revealed by yourself that you weren't happy at all, and was suffering in silence from depression the whole entire time. For that, I'm truly sorry. I understand all too well how no one knows what's really going on with you or seem to truly care, so you have no choice but to plaster a smile on your face and keep pretending that everything is okay. It's like people are too busy or self-absorbed to really notice, and when you try to talk about something serious, they never fully listen to or consider you a downer trying to ruin their fun, so they start to distance themselves away. At that point, you have the choice to either accept isolation or suck it up to not be completely ostracized. I read the transcript from your last video before it was taken down. I honestly don't think you were a bad person or selfish. Sometimes people in life make us become and do things we never thought we'd do in a million years. Not to mention you were taking a very strong antidepressant that heightens emotions, both positive and negative. 1 year ago, you lost your best friend to suicide and was campaigning against it afterwards, advocating resources for help instead of trying to attempt it. However, 1 year later, you found yourself in the same boat and went down with it. I'm sure you tried to reach out, but no one seemed to listen. You had family and many friends who loved you dearly, but maybe they just didn't notice or understand what was going on inside, the internal struggle. You mentioned feeling like there was a demon inside your body taking over and feeling dead, like an empty human shell. What I think happened is that something pushed you past your threshold of caring to the point you gave up and started feeling lost on what the purpose of living was for. Nothing to look forward to, but more pain after the milliseconds of pure happiness occurred, right? It's okay, as many people feel that way from time to time, some stronger than others. Anyway, the point is you're not an evil person, and even though what you did hurt many people, I'm sure eventually they'll understand and be happy to know you're no longer trapped in suffering. Not the greatest ideal way to escape this life, but it's over and done now. I just wish you had had someone who could have really helped you get through that last rough patch. A person who had listened and constantly kept in contact with you until you felt strong enough again to battle daily struggles on your own. I believe you would have been an amazing, strong motivator who could have helped tons of insecure people feel good about themselves. You are also smart and very goofy, a people person anyone would love to hang out with. That's probably why you had so many friends. Of course, even with the sea filled with friends, you still can feel lonely if they aren't genuinely there for you when you need them the most. Kind of like an entertainer. You put on a show that everyone wants to see, they laugh and then go home, leaving you all by yourself in the end. Now I've researched some scriptures, the ones the Bible beaters like to use to cast judgment upon others on their high horses. As it doesn't specifically say that suicide is a sin, many people believe it is. However, all sins are forgivable in the eyes of God. Only He can have the final word. I know you were a Christian, so as a child of God, I feel like you will be okay. It may have broke his heart, especially if you hadn't finished your work for him on earth, but somehow I think he understands and empathizes on how hard it is becoming to continue to stay here on earth. You weren't forsaken, just beaten down until you couldn't take it anymore. There's only so much the spiritual can do in the natural world. Anyway, moving on, I just wanted to write out my condolences and feelings about what happened. Out of this tragic event, maybe someone will be inspired to take over where you left off, to keep your messages of encouragement alive. Rest in peace, Maddie Yates. I'm sure the year is 1998 to 2014, but it could be 1999 to 2014. That part I'm not really completely sure about. But this is what I wrote for her. My own feelings about this, I try to campaign against, people who are trying to think about suicide. I urge you guys to please find someone to talk to. I mean, I will even lend my own self to listen to your problems. I have no problem with that, we all need someone to listen to. If we, as human beings, were meant to live alone and to deal with things alone our whole entire lives, we wouldn't need other people, but to socialize. But we do, and you do too as well. So you need to really kind of you got to talk to somebody, one person. It's not easy to find a therapist person, or if you feel embarrassed that you need to see a therapist, or you need to see a psychologist. It's therapist, psychologist, same thing. But if you need to see someone to talk to somebody and you need some medication, be careful about that. Not all medication helps people. Sometimes it can hurt you more than help you. Definitely get assessment first before you decide, to go further with treatment. Fully assess, a full assessment to know exactly where they should target your problem at. Whether how to start treating you correctly and not incorrectly, so you don't have any future problems or go down the wrong path or something. Something more harmful to you than it should be. I do not, I don't support suicide, but I understand, how the place that you get into, the place that people can fall into, that they feel like there's no other option. I feel like her and Robin Williams both felt like there was no other option, and that they took away that they didn't want to feel any more pain. Suffering in silence is a big thing. A lot of people are suffering in silence. They feel like there's no other option. They cannot escape. They're trapped inside their body, and therefore they're trapped with the pain that's inside their body. And instead of dealing with, they cannot deal with it. They try to themselves, and it just overwhelms them, and their emotions mixed with that too. It just makes it even just more unbearable. So they take whatever, they'll take whatever they can do to stop it. And this way seems like a way out of that pain. So, and for many other people who can also relate to that, that's exactly the same thing. So, it's easier said than done. I cannot just say, go talk to somebody, you'll feel so much better. I can just say, I'm just suggesting that you do that. You do consider talking to somebody, going to talk to somebody, calling a hotline, or, just writing a message. And it's hard because, like I said, these days many people are more into themselves and their own problems than they are to be susceptible to listen to other people, and open-minded to go outside their own comfort boxes and their own friendship circles to make to become friends with people who need some friends, who feel like they're left out and lonely, isolated, or misunderstood. So I definitely can relate. I definitely understand that, and I can relate to that. So, um, as I told myself, if you would like to write to me, feel free to do that. I am more than happy to listen to you and hear you. I have a Skype account. I have this YouTube channel I have, and I have email addresses too that I can respond to when I'm not working. I can definitely, talk to you if you just want to talk about anything. It can just be about, sports, or it can be about just anything. Just sports, movies, music. If you have some problems, home problems, school problems, anything, I'm more than happy to hear that. If it can help you in any way from considering doing that, because this world, a lot of people are, dying these days, and it's very saddening and heartbreaking, and no one is really doing anything much about it. They just, say, go get some help, go talk to somebody. But, sometimes you don't have that around you. You don't have that resource to do that. Just go and talk to somebody. Therapists cost money too, and insurance does not cover that. Most of the services provided. So you have well, who can I talk to about then after that? And that's true. So, and on the internet, these people, at first they appear that they want to listen to you, and then they disappear for a while. If they aren't close to you, they're somewhere far away. You can't really hang out with them physically, so it just makes it even more hard and make you feel more lonely. But all I can really say is that you can just try and try and try, and it's your choice. After you try, whatever effects that happen after that, then just go from there. But I just want you guys to try first. Just try it out. Just try first and see what's going from there. And that's all I'm asking. Just try. Okay. And that's pretty much what I had to say. I did this for her. This is for Maddie Yates and for Robin Williams and for anybody else who has passed away or who are thinking about, committing suicide to escape this life. This life sucks. Yes, it does. But there are some beautiful moments here in this life left that you can create, some magical moments, Whether you just need to have a change of environment, a change of scenery, or you just need to find the right person to hang out with, or the right company to keep, around you instead of the wrong company. That's all. Sometimes you can get better. You can. You don't have to worry about completely. Not every day is going to be bad, but for the bad days, you just have to find a coping mechanism for you to bypass that day. And then the good days, they make you feel so invincible, and you feel energized and ready to go out and tackle the world and stuff, just like that kind of stuff, those kind of things. But in my heart, I believe you'll be okay. Me, myself, I have some doubts as well. Some days I feel like, what's the point? Sometimes this year I've had some really major bad things happen to me. I've lost some stuff that was very precious to me, things that were priceless, including people as well. So it made me reevaluate a lot of things in my life and what I want to, do in the future. So I've been here before too as well, thinking, it might be better if I'm just not here, if I just go up to heaven and be finally just free, completely free. But that's not going to be the answer, and hurting people more is not what I want to do. And I feel like I would do that to my mother and my family, my brother too, and people who really look up to me. So for them and for for other things and for future generations, who need some guidance, I feel like I still need to be there for them and to talk logically and to let them know that they're not alone, that there's, you know, some things that they have people to go to and talk to, and that they're not completely alone, and that there's, you know, some things out there for them. So yeah. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry. But yeah, I think that there's still hope. You know, it's not completely dismal. Yes, this life is not that great, but, you know, like I said, it can be better. It can be better if you just give it some time and get around the right people and start finding things to keep you busy, keep you motivated, and keep you in a good, stable mood, you know. And like I said, you can talk to me, but hopefully you can find somebody, just one person, a good person. There's still good people here, don't worry. They're still good people. They're very rare to find, but they're still good people. So that's my hope for you. And, you know, just my hope for future people, and for those who passed away, my condolences as well. But mostly, you know, for everybody. So, yeah, Maddie, Robin, and others. You are in my art. Whether I didn't know you personally, but like, I know the struggles and I know the heartache and the heart pain and that's inside and that you just want to escape. You know, I know that. So that's why I made this for you. Better late than never. Yes, it's late, but still better late than never. So this is the video I wanted to make and just get off my chest. Alright, so finished. Alright, and I'll see you later. Bye.